Hi, you guys. Welcome. Happy Monday. I hope that you all had a really nice weekend and got to enjoy a little bit of free time in the summer. Um, for today, as promised, we will do some standing yoga poses. And these also should feel really nice and are very relaxing, but also a little bit of power and fire building. So some of them are like lunges or more almost like squats, if some of you do some traditional lifting. So they're also really good for our muscles and for getting the blood flowing. So I hope you enjoy the sequence today. Since it's Monday, I will also be sending the link to another journaling technique that I want you to play with this week. It will be the stream of consciousness technique, and this is actually one of my favorite journaling techniques because you're really just writing anything that you want to write, anything you're thinking. It's like, I am tired today. Oh, I don't really want to be journaling, but okay, I have to be. Okay, how do I feel? So just anything you're thinking, write it down, and it can be fun if you set the timer for 5 or 10 minutes and just kind of see where it leads to. So yeah, please take at least 15 minutes or so today or tomorrow to watch the video that I'll send and to play a little with this stream of consciousness journaling. Um, yeah, okay, let's get started. So please find a comfortable position, seated, and if this is on a mat or a blanket or a towel, whatever is fine. And I just want you to find this comfortable seated position. So maybe it's like a cross-legged, or maybe it's a butterfly, really anything that you like. You can even be kneeling. This can be a nice position for you to feel like you're sitting up nice and tall. So you have a lot of options here, but whenever you find this seat, I want you to start stacking the spine long and just bring the eyes to close. So I have a feeling that you guys like a little bit shorter sequences, a little bit shorter classes that you can make time to do just 15 minutes or so of some breathing and stretching a couple times this week. So I'll try to keep this video a little bit shorter than normal, and hopefully you can make the time for it. And just take a couple moments to arrive here. And what that means really is that whatever you have going on today, whatever meetings or to-dos or chores or any texts that you want to respond to, any phone calls, that you just start to let go of any of that to-dos, any of that running around, and allow yourself to come in the seated position and focus just on the body and just on the breath. And just notice the longer we stay here, you can sit up a little bit taller. Maybe you let the shoulders come down the back. Maybe you start to reach up through the neck a little bit more. And as you're bringing your attention into the space of your room, into the space of your body, start to notice, how do you feel today? It is a Monday. I know I feel a little bit tired, maybe a little bit stressed. And really, without judgment, just notice those sensations of the body. Just notice those thoughts without thinking, oh, this is a good thing or this is a bad thing. Just acknowledge whatever it is that you are thinking about. And then bring your attention back to the body. And start to pay attention to the movement of your breath. Without changing the breath just yet, I just want you to follow the movement of each inhale and the movement of the exhale. And then take a couple really full, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, let's do that a couple more times. Big inhale, try to fill up the lungs, feel the rib cage expands. And exhale, let it go. Good, one more deep breath here. Do the deepest breath yet. Big inhale. Try to send the breath even into the belly, and this time really sigh it out. You can make some noise. You might be alone in your room, so you can make really any noise. Bleh. Good. One more time, big inhale. Make some noise as you exhale. Do you feel a little bit silly? I do. But good, let the muscles of the face go, let the muscles of the mouth go. And then start to open your eyes. Start to come forward onto all fours, and then really however you'd like to get there, we'll just come to a standing position. And as I have my mat, I'll come to standing at the top of my mat, but just stand up into a place where you have a little bit of space behind you. And a lot of times when we're standing, we're kind of standing without thinking about it too much, and maybe we're kind of leaning to one side or another, or maybe we're slouching a little bit. So I want you to consciously bring the shoulders down the back, and then just start to rock forwards and backwards on your toes. So from the heel to the toe, find some movement. And then when you stop rocking, lift up all 10 toes. And so with the toes lifted, I want you to just pause here for a couple breaths. Feel that the legs are engaged, so you're even squeezing the kneecaps upwards. And notice when you're squeezing the kneecaps upwards and the toes are lifted, you're really pressing into the heel and into the ball of the feet. And the arches are lifted, so the foot is really strong. Good. And keep the shoulders down. And then as you relax the toes, all 10 toes back down, keep them long and rooted down like you're a tree and your toes are roots growing down into the earth. Good, so the feet are active and the legs are active. And see if you can even pull the belly in. So if you feel like you're kind of slouching here or sticking the booty out, pull everything in. So the butt is in line with the knees, the belly's pulled in, roll the shoulders down, and then press up through the top of the head. So I'll just be here for a couple breaths, but I want you to feel the strength of this pose, pressing up through the top of the head, and you're pressing down through the feet, down through the legs. Good, one more breath. Send energy down into the feet and up into the head and neck. And then start to open the eyes if they're not already. And we'll begin to move with the breath. So inhale, reach the hands high. Take up as much space here as you can. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, gaze to the sky, reach the hands. Exhale, hands down to the hips, chin down. Move with the breath. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, so keep gazing in the direction of the hands. Exhale. And see if you can feel a little bit of stretch in the neck. Inhale. Exhale. And this time, just keep the hands down, keep the chin at the chest. Clasp the hands. And then on your inhale, start to gaze to the sky and see if you can pull the hands back down towards the earth and give yourself a little heart opening by opening the collarbones and opening the throat. Good. One more breath here. Inhale, open the throat. Release the hands, bring the chin down to the chest. Inhale, gaze to the sky, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Awesome job. So move into our first named pose today, chair pose. And this is a pose actually in yoga that we come to a lot. And it really is exactly how it sounds. It's like you are sitting into a chair that's not there. So start to sink the hips down. And when you gaze down, you can see your toes. So if the knees are reaching really far forwards, you won't be able to. I want you to pull the knees back so you can see the toes. We'll just bring the hands to heart center. Roll the shoulders down. Good. This is almost like holding a squat or something. So the muscles of the butt, the muscles of the legs are all engaged, and you're also squeezing the muscles of the belly in. This is a really strong pose. I want you to see if you can maybe pulse a little or just come a little lower down with the hips. So you're sinking and settling down. Take a big breath here. Deep exhale. Good. So let's move through the breath with this. Inhale, reach the hands high. And exhale, sink the hips, hands to heart center chair. Inhale, reach. And exhale, sink. Good. Keep moving with the breath. I want you to feel how strong the legs are. So the legs are super fired up, and you're even squeezing just under the top of the legs, just under the butt, the smile muscles. So like the glutes and the piriformis, all of these stability muscles, you're really engaging the muscles of the legs, the muscles of the feet. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, chair. Inhale. And then on this last one, exhale, lower down chair. Come as low as you can. Maybe even the hips make this 90-degree angle from the knee to the ankle. Whew, it's getting warm in here. Roll the shoulders down. See if you can pull the heart forward. Take one more big inhale. Maybe you reach the hands high. And then exhale, folds forward. And shake the legs, shake the head. And from here, bring the feet a little bit wider than hip width distance, so maybe like 3 or 4 of your hands apart. And we'll take hands to opposite elbow. This is a dangling pose. Start to bend the knees and just rock from side to side. This should feel really nice through the backs of the legs and the low back. And shake the head. Shake the head, yes and no. Open and close the mouth. Good. One more breath here. Imagine that the head is as heavy as a bowling ball, and it's just really gently pulling on the spine and each vertebrae. Big inhale. And relax the hands to the mat. Exhale, bring the feet together to touch. And then one vertebrae at a time. Start to roll up. The head and the neck are the last to come up. Roll the shoulders down. Big inhale, hands to the sky. And exhale, hands to the heart. Thank you guys for joining me. You did great. Please let me know, as always, what you thought about this video and how the journaling is going, how the yoga is going. I'd love to also eventually meet with some of you if you're free and you'd like to talk a little more about yoga and journaling or just anything at all. And Wednesday, we will continue with standing postures. Thank you guys so much for joining. Take care. Have an awesome day.